welcome into Texans Today, everybody. I'm your host, Jeremy Chuggs, and we've got some injury news to break down on today's show because it is not great news for the Indianapolis Colts. We'll talk about all their injuries, the injuries on the Texans side, and then some last-minute news and notes about this game for your Houston Texans. As always, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're a little bit ahead of our Patriots channel right now, but they've actually caught up to us. Our Patriots channel is only 50 subs behind us. I don't want to let them catch up. So if you're a Texans fan out there, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Free videos all year long. We got you covered here at Texans Today, and I don't want our Patriots guy to, razz me in the office, give me mess for catching us in subs. So if you could go down and hit that subscribe button. All right, let's first get into the reason why y'all clicked into this video. Colts injury news, and it might not seem big. I mean, I have the sniffles right now, and I think I'd be good to go tomorrow. But Tyler Warren, rookie tight end, the leading receiver for the Indianapolis Colts, is questionable tomorrow. Added to the injury report, a late add on Saturday due to illness. Now, they didn't, describe what the illness is, what exactly he's going through, but, that is a big storyline, and if he's not able to go, a huge loss for this Colts offense. We already talked about earlier this week how the Texans, they're going to key in on Jonathan Taylor. And even though I didn't absolutely love the fact that Kalen Bullock went, on national television and told everybody that they're going to only try to stop Jonathan Taylor and they don't have any other weapons. I don't know if that was the smartest move prior to game time, but Tyler Warren is their other major threat on this offense. The rookie tight end out of Penn State, the first-round pick, he has impressed mightily in this Shane Steichen offense and the Indianapolis Colts. He's been, the safety blanket, the big play guy for this Colts team. And, with an offense that is going to be a little bit limited, especially with the injury to Danile Jones, which if you didn't see that video, I'll put the link to my tweet down in the comment section. Danile Jones does not look right. He's playing with a fractured fibula in his leg, so definitely gonna hinder his mobility. And I don't know if he was just being extra cautious or I'm just making a mountain out of a molehill here, but you look at my tweet in the comment section and make your own decision. I think he looks very injured and is very ginger on that leg. With Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson coming off the edge, this is going to be a very tough game. And, maybe he's able to, get that adrenaline going, maybe get some shots, get whatever, and play through this game and make it look like it's not as bad. But if it's anything like it was at practice, that's not good news for the Indianapolis Colts. And now Tyler Warren added to the injury report. Like I said, a late add on Saturday. And, usually you see guys through the week if they're missing practice Thursday, Friday with illness, like you're okay, but a late add on Saturday really has me questioning, like, how sick is Tyler Warren? Like, is he going to be able to go tomorrow? Because kind of a random add this late in the week when the Texans and Colts play tomorrow at noon. And a reminder, I'll be live for that game here on the channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, join me live here on the channel. But let me know down in the comment section, if Tyler Warren isn't able to go tomorrow, does that give you more confidence? I mean, it has to give you more confidence in this Texans team, right? Like, I don't want to play a team while they're down. This isn't me, like, rooting for injury, like, oh, yeah, I'm so happy that Tyler Warren might not play tomorrow. It's just a huge factor in this game. And with the Texans getting guys back, Jalen Pitre was cleared to play. He'll be back on this Texans defense that is already top three, if not one of the best, if not the best defense in the entire National Football League. They're adding another guy back, a absolute, shot out of a missile in Jalen Pitre. It's gonna be a game tomorrow, and I expect this Texans defense to pin their ears back because, this is a step to possibly, shall I say, winning the division. And the Texans, their only guys that are out tomorrow, Ajani Carter, the cornerback, he was placed on injured reserve, so he's not going to be able to go. And then Jamal Hill, the second-year linebacker out of Oregon, he's also not going to be able to go for the Houston Texans. We'll talk more about this matchup and more of what I'm going to look at here in just a moment, but couldn't do today's show if it wasn't for our amazing sponsor over at PrizePicks. This episode is brought to you by PrizePicks. It's the holiday season, the best time of the year for, college football games, basketball matchups, playoff pushes, like your Houston teams. It is all happening at once. And while you and I are out here making decisions every day, what gifts to buy, what to bring to the family outing, which games to watch, there's only one place where it feels good to be right. That's at PrizePicks. They also have a new feature, which is their early payouts. If one of your lineup gets off to a hot start, you may have the option to cash out those winnings before the game finishes. So join the millions of users and sign up for America's #1 fantasy sports app today. You can get action in more than 45 states, California, Texas, Florida, and Georgia included. All you got to do, download the PrizePicks app today. Use that code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, it's good to be right. Now, as I mentioned, the defense, it's going to be a big part of this game for this Texans team, because if you're able to pin them back, if you're able to really get after Danile Jones, I talked about earlier this week, up against the Atlanta Falcons, sacked a season high 7 times. And that's the Atlanta Falcons. Nothing against the Falcons, but this Texans pass rush, way better than the Falcons pass rush. And if last week was any indication, I don't know if y'all saw, both of the Bills' starting tackles out this week. The Texans, when they play you, they play tough. I mean, Josh Allen got smacked by Will Anderson Jr. so hard last week. I thought he was going to fumble on that play, but I mean, the entire Buffalo Bills team is feeling the effects of playing the Houston Texans this past week on Thursday Night Football. So if you don't think this Texans team is going to go out there and play a physical brand of football up against a division opponent in the Indianapolis Colts, I mean, you look at Jonathan Taylor, that is really going to be the major key for this Texans defense. Kalen Bullock said it on, I believe it was on NFL Network, which maybe you don't want to give your opponent that kind of bulletin board material, but I mean, he said it straight up. Jonathan Taylor, best running back in the league, we got to stop him. And it's really going to be on former Indianapolis Colt EJ Speed, Henry To'oTo'o, Azeez Al-Shire, the Texans linebacking room. They've got a big task ahead of them, because the defensive line, they're great at pass rushing, and they're not bad at run stuffing either. But this Colts offensive line is very good. So it's going to be up on the linebackers to correctly read and diagnose run plays, shoot the gaps, and don't let the offensive linemen get to that second level. And that's including the defensive tackles too. In that conversation, you need Tommy Togiai, Tim Settle, Mario Edwards Jr., Danico Autry. Those guys, they can't get moved easily whenever the Colts are running the football, to allow Henry To'oTo'o, Azeez Al-Shire, EJ Speed to get in the backfield and get after Jonathan Taylor. And if they stop Jonathan Taylor in this game, if they're able to really clamp down on that Colts running attack, then it'll be up to Danile Jones. And like I said, y'all can look at the tweet that I put down in the comment section. He does not look anywhere near 100%. He is moving very gingerly on that fractured fibula, which, I mean, any bone fracture is serious, right, guys? It's not anything to play with. And then if he's not able to go, the next guy up is Riley Leonard for the Indianapolis Colts, former Notre Dame quarterback. So, they don't have a ton behind Danile Jones at the moment. And this is must-win territory for the Texans. And then, I mean, the Colts, they feel the Texans breathing down their back. So they know this is a game that they must win if they want to have a leg up and end up winning the division and preventing the Texans from three-peating. So this is going to be a very interesting weekend, a very interesting game between the Texans and the Colts. And remember, they play this weekend, and then they play for the second time in the very last week of the season. So there is a world, there is a reality where if the Texans win this game, that Week 18 game, just like CJ Stroud's rookie year, could be flexed to Sunday Night Football and be for the AFC South title. And, I mean, for the Texans, what a dream ending to this season if that was the case. Starting out 0-3 and then, clawing your way back and eventually, having a chance to win the AFC South again. I mean, that would be incredible. I mean, DeMeco Ryans, I know he's not going to get the discussion of it, but I mean, that's coach of the year stuff, right? That puts him in that category of, I mean, if that happens, 3 straight AFC South titles, and you're talking about a guy who had his quarterback injured for multiple games, had a gauntlet to start the season, lost how many one-score games, right? I mean, you start off the season with 3 losses in the last 2 minutes of the game. This team has been through the fire. They've been to hell and back, and I mean, I'm just pumped to watch this team tomorrow. CJ Stroud back, first game back from injury, and I expect him to turn on the lights. I expect him to be, back like he never left. I'm all in on CJ Stroud. I know he's had the doubters. I've had the guys in my office talking mess to me about it. I'm excited to see this Texans team play tomorrow. That's all I have for you on this video, folks. If you made it to the end of the video, drop the H's down in the comment section. Just thought, I had to make a video with the news around Danile Jones and then obviously the news around Tyler Warren. Just overall, not great news for the Indianapolis Colts. I will be live tomorrow for this game, so make sure you join me. We have a J.J. Watt giveaway. So, you know what? I have nothing. Spam those H's. If you made it to the very, very end of the video, I'm going to say this. Spam J.J. Watt. I'm going to pick 2 people who spam J.J. Watt in this comment section for free raffle tickets for our J.J. Watt autograph tomorrow, all right? Everybody have a good day. Everybody enjoy their college football Saturdays, and I'll see y'all tomorrow bright and early for Texans up against the Indianapolis Colts.